recliner, and his snoring would reverberate through the house. Okay. A lot of people, society's kind of laughed that off, but it's a sign of a serious problem, and we just need to kind of dial that in a little bit better because it's something worth checking out.
You mentioned the effectiveness rate. Is it different from people who have the snoring problem as opposed to the people with the sleep apnea problem?
A little bit. The snoring, the greater the degree of sleep apnea, the effectiveness teeters a little bit down. So some people, we treat, with the oral appliance, we can treat people who have severe sleep apnea who cannot tolerate the CPAP. Because physicians don't have an answer. You've got severe sleep apnea, you need a CPAP. Well, I can't tolerate the CPAP, doc. They're like, okay, well, good luck.
That's a good life.
Yeah, they don't. There's no other answer.
Surely.
So we get them in an oral appliance, and there's numbers based on your sleep apnea, severe numbers. They have a scoring system. So if you have a really high score, and you can't tolerate a CPAP, you're in trouble. The studies indicate if you don't get treated for your severe sleep apnea, you just take 8 to 12 years off your life. Stroke, heart attack, arrhythmias, high blood pressure, diabetes, and they're linking, as I mentioned, about the brain, Alzheimer's. So they're looking into all that. They're finding it's just if the brain can't cleanse itself, toxins build up, and that creates damage over time. So.
Have you seen on TV this ad they've got about a certain thing they have?
Inspire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Inspire, that is a system in which they implant like a pacemaker underneath your skin, and they run a wire up your neck into your mouth and an electrode to the side of your tongue. And when you stop breathing, it basically shocks your tongue forward.
Oh, pleasant.
It's invasive.
Wouldn't that wake you up?
It will.
I wondered how they did.
And there's actually one of the sleep medicine physicians that I work with. He is actually part of the study on that. So they're looking into it. I don't know the surgical specifications on who qualifies and who doesn't for that. You have to be a very specific patient to qualify for that procedure.
They make it sound like anybody can do it. I mean, by the way they had this.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Just a comment is, I have severe sleep apnea, and I don't get to wear an oral appliance. I wish I could. I have to do the CPAP thing, and it's hard, very, very hard. But I wanted to Inspire, so I pursued that. You have to have like an upper GI done to see where your collapse happens. So you've got to go through all that diagnostic stuff and fit a certain category. And I didn't fit that, so couldn't do it. But I also found out it's about $32,000 out of pocket as well. And has a lot of complications that of course you don't hear about in the advertising. So, and it's still under study, like Dr. Isaac said. So, but if that ad makes you think about your sleep apnea and moves you to action, hallelujah, they've done a good job.
Yes.
Moving you to get care.
A person that has previously tried the device, the breathing, does it, and has a medical history of needing it, can they come straight to you? Or can they bring their past diagnosis to you without going back to ENT or somebody to get prescribed?
They can. They absolutely can. Treatment-wise, we have to follow the rules.
Okay.
It depends on when your last sleep study was done.
Okay. It needs to be in the last year or two or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Most insurances require it to be no more than, I think, 18 18 months.
So in that case, the person goes back and to whom to get the sleep study done?
Their sleep medicine physician.
Okay.
If you need one, that's where we can help you too. We can help you get to them, kind of expedite that process. And then,
Or their family doctor can
Yeah,
order.
Oh, the family doctor can.
family doctor can, yes. Any physician can order a sleep test. Nurse practitioners and physician assistants can order sleep tests.
And with someone who seems to only have a snoring problem, is it the same steps to get to the
Yes.
point of? Okay.
Yes, a sleep study is required
Okay.
for
snoring.
snorers
Okay.
also. Because there could be something underlying,
Okay.
and that needs to be looked at by a sleep medicine physician to rule out any other issues, insomnia, things like that.
Okay.
Well, this was very interesting.
Yes.
I kind of wondered when since you were a dentist, how it was all connected.
Mhm.
So it was interesting to find out how it is all connected. I would have never thought.
I've seen a few airways in my time.
Dr. Isaac, and I didn't pick the book,
Okay.
but we donate a book. We have each of our speakers to our public library. We have a little card in here for you to sign, and yeah, so that that's the one that you picked.
Okay.
So thank you very much. Let's all thank Dr.
Thank
Isaac.
you, everybody.
Very good. I'm not sure what your display is, but maybe everyone will want to.
Over here, we have a display on the mannequin, that's a model of a CPAP.
That's terrible.
And then the smaller models are different types of the oral appliances.
Oh, okay.
They're all
So,
sort of.
I mean, there's little flashlights that we have over there that have our number on there. They're perfect size for your glove box.
Ah, there you go. All right. Well, thank you so much. It was very interesting. Glad I don't need a CPAP.